delivering bad news. Now, how does somebody do that without, well, trying to stay positive? Well, there's two questions that you have to ask yourself. One is, what do I say, and when do I say it? You know, many times we have to deliver bad speeches or tell people bad news, a family death, or maybe even being laid off. So that was your job today. And you started out very well. You told a story about people that you met in Arizona and how they were hit with the housing crisis and how they lost everything in their fortune. And that was great. And then you went on and you were telling how they experienced pain and how no people should be persecuted, you know? And now they had to rethink their whole retirement and how baby boomers are going through the same thing. People were living on food stamps. All that was bad news. And we took it in very well. The other thing was that the approach that you used. You had to try and give that information and yet stay positive. And I think you did that very well. One thing that I would probably do different is that when you got up here, I was expecting maybe to shed a tear. Because of the bad news. But you really didn't, I think, drive it to a point to where you really made us feel bad for that couple, or for the baby boomers, or for that instance. So I think that I would have probably made that bad news a little bit more to stick with you. And then I would have came with the good news. And the good news you gave was that you had this organization, I believe, that was not it wasn't going to develop false hope like all these other political people that are now trying to run for office. And that you said that every bill that was going to be passed was going to be passed by the people and not by lobbyists. That was the good news. I was like, yes, that's the way it should be done. Absolutely, I agree with you. Some of the stuff, things that I would do as I would also make a better closing. You did sound encouraging, and you did raise your vocal tones here at the end to get us to remember that we're not supposed to have, to still have hope, and to believe that that this organization was going to stick by the people and not listen to any lobbyists or anything else. So that was a very good, that was a very good closing. And I think what I wanted to see was maybe a little bit more emotion from you. Like when you were telling the story with the couple, I wanted to just see just more emotion out of you and everything. But fifth speech, you delivered the bad news, you gave some good news, and I think it was a good speech overall. So thank you.
Thank you, Joe. For our second evaluation on that prolactin-inspiring, testosterone-draining speech of Catherine's is going to be Jason.
Thank you very much. Now, Catherine was doing research your topic, and I was a little bit disappointed because I thought had she done a little more research, she would have found that anything that says author unknown is actually attributable to Joel. That's right. all kidding aside, Catherine, you came to Toastmasters a while ago as an inchoate communicator. You are now 70% complete toward your competent communicator guide. And I think this ribbon that you brought, I don't know if it was just anticipatory or just helpful, that you are well on your way to being a best speaker again today. Hopefully, I would like to find that out. So, hint to everybody. No, again, Catherine's topic was to research her topic, and I think you'll find that she did just that. She cited numerous examples, Women's Magazine, Scientific American. She also varied her research. I believe you did a personal interview, it sounded like, which is very good. I do have a few helpful suggestions that I would like to give. One, it's very difficult when you're doing a topic that's research intensive. You want to give your facts, but you don't want to give too many facts. When you kind of overreach that, you may lose your audience. I didn't find too many of that. You did very well at keeping the facts limited. There was one that stuck out at me, and again, maybe it's nitpicking on my part, but I think it was the Scientific American article, and you said, a study done at the University of Michigan. Did the University of Michigan really add anything to our information? No, it's just an extra fact that really kind of was another thing that we had to think about. So I would try to, again, quote your sources, that's good, Scientific American, but you don't need to go into detail. I hear a lot of times, Dr. So-and-so of such and such firm, blah, blah, blah. No, there was a study done, and here's the result. That's what we care about, the results. Now, the other thing that I thought would have been helpful for your speech is, had you started out, again, and the singing really got everybody's attention. But after that, had you started out, give us your conclusion. Tell us why women cry. Women cry because X, Y, Z. And now I'm going to tell you how I know that. And then go into. You kind of, by giving all the facts first, I don't know where we're going with this. I don't know what's important to take out of your speech. And then toward the end, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that kind of works together.